Has this ever happened to you? Imagine you had cameras that could actually record that. This video is all about the world's first 3-channel dashcam setup. That's right, in front of you, at the rear and inside of the cab, all at the same time. Now I know this sounds a little bit like an infomercial, an ad of some sorts. I've had the 70mm dashcam for a year now, the previous gen, and I really love that one, and I kind of really love this new one as well. So I'm going to take you through all of the features, everything you should know, make an informed decision whether you want to buy it or not. And also there's something that really bugs the living hell out of me about this dashcam. So you and we can decide whether it's a good buy for you or not. Let's dig into it. So let me first take us back. About a year ago, I got the Sony A800S version of this dashcam. I did a full review on it, and it had a few small issues. The biggest one being the rear camera was only a 1080p camera, and the system overall it felt like it was let down by the fact that even if I have a rear camera, I could not see much on it. I could see there was a car, but I couldn't see the number plate, and I also couldn't see the person inside of that car. So in my review, I was a little bit brutal with the company, but they actually took the feedback and they brought this, the T800. It's new, it's improved, and they fixed all of that, brought us even more, a lot of AI features that I think are flippin' cool. So let's get into it. 70mm replaced the 1080p rear camera with this, a completely new unit that runs on a Sony Starvis 4K sensor, specifically the Sony IMX786, which is known for a very wide dynamic range sensor, meaning that your low light footage will look highlight. It'll actually be viewable. This is the newer and also much better sensor than what the A800S had inside of it. And it looked great already. This is just so much better. Now, what I didn't mention in the beginning of this video with the previous gen is the fact that, yes, having a 4K camera in the front and a 1080p camera at the back, which is now a 4K camera at the back, you don't have any inside of the cab recording. And that is sometimes a useful feature to have, especially if you're a mom and you want to monitor your kids at the back, or you're a taxi driver or a Uber driver and you want to monitor people inside of your car for legal reasons, or you have a company and you have to monitor the driver of your vehicle. This is where a camera setup like this becomes super valuable. I think a cool little feature would be to have like an Uber setup, and then every time people make like funny jokes in your car, you record them and then you send it to them the night thereafter or the day thereafter so that they can revisit all the mistakes they made the previous evening. That's a fun idea. Or you can tell your kids, hey, I picked you up last night at 2 in the morning and this is what you did to my car, and they can't deny it because you have proof. Now, unfortunately, it isn't all perfect. It's only a 1080p camera that they have inside, so it could have been a 4K camera. That's probably for them to upgrade in the next year for the next version. Ooh, businessy stuff. But as in the age of AI, 70mm knew that they had to come up with something special. So they brought AI into the T800. Not only will it monitor where you're driving, it'll tell you whether there's a collision coming. It beeps. And also it has the same tech inside of it than the Ghostbusters used to find ghosts. It has 4 infrared sensors that monitors the inside of the cab, not for ghost finding purposes. However, now that I think of it, that would be a very clever marketing angle. But besides finding ghosts, having infrared inside of your vehicle means that even during the night situations, you have a full surveillance mode for your vehicle to be able to see everything you need to see in the dark. Yes, it is 1080p, 4K would have been better, but it's not bad. It might actually just be a little bit overkill. Because let's be honest, if you have a 4K cam inside, outside, in the front and at the back, the processing power of the device is going to be expensively high and just not needed. The main front camera has also been improved since the last version with the same Sony sensor that the rear camera has inside of it, bringing you clearer images, better quality, better low light performance, and yes, all 3 of the cameras have HDR support. What I find really cool is that not only did 70mm decide to change the sensors inside of the T800, they kept all of the cool features that came with the previous version. So we're not losing anything that came with the A800S, we're just gaining a lot with the new version. The front cam is also height adjustable, so you can decide the angle that you like. It still has automatic collision recording. It automatically writes over the oldest footage, so you don't have to worry about running out of space. And most importantly, it has a buffer recording mode, so it automatically records 10 seconds before and 30 seconds after an incident has happened. It also saves that footage into a special folder that won't be overwritten by that automatic space-saving feature they have. It's small things like this that makes a dashcam useful or not useful. It's for the show or actually usable. Yes, what you want is good quality in your cameras, which is what you'll get. Yes, what you want is a clever space-saving technique, because recording footage 24/7 while you're driving takes up a lot of space. And yes, you need the system to never ever fail. Have clear footage of all of the angles all of the time. What makes the T800 so special is the fact that it has a baked-in GPS and time recording. So you can't mess with the footage, you can't misinterpret where you are, it's there forever. The fact that both the rear cam, the front cam, and the inside cam all have a similar nighttime experience when you get the footage, it shows you everything you need to see, and you can pause and clearly see the number plate of the person, the type of car, and sometimes even the person inside of the car. Now, one feature you might love and I really don't love is the automatic advanced driving assistance mode. So it'll tell you when there's a hazard in the road, it'll go beep, 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 or if you start drifting over your lane, it'll start beep, 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 beep. Perhaps if you lend out your car to somebody that isn't used to how big your car is, this could keep your car safe for while they're using it. My wife. However, you can turn it off. So if it's annoying, like it was annoying to me, you can just turn it off. If you have a car that already has it built in, good for you. I don't. I drive a Hilux, and my Hilux, they just don't come with it. Now the AI doesn't end there though. It's got a built-in motion tracking and 24-hour parking guard feature, which automatically starts recording as soon as it detects any movement around your car. This is unfortunately one of those sold separately features, and the reason I say that is because your car has to provide power to the camera while it is switched off. So if you're going to be plugging the camera into just your cigarette lighter power port, do we still call it a cigarette port? Anyways, if you're just going to be plugging it into that little there, then it won't be recording while the car is off. So you'll have to have a hardwire kit for the camera to be plugged in directly on the battery. Now, a lot of people will tell you if you do that, you run the risk of your battery running flat. Dude, this camera does not use that much power, unless you leave it for like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe then, but probably not even then. Now, unfortunately, the box does not include that hardwire kit. It only includes the power adapter for your cigarette pluggy thingy. And yes, I had mine installed privately because I am a noob when it comes to cars and I don't want to mess around taking my dash apart or however they actually did it. It was very nice and professionally done. So you can have it externally plugged in and you can plug it out and plug something else in there, or you can buy the hardwire kit and just run it straight to your battery. I'd recommend doing that. I wish I did that the first time I installed this dash cam. It just makes it look more sleek and it adds that extra feature of actually picking up things when you're not at the car when it's switched off. That's a very valuable feature to have. Now, to make it even cooler, you get a 4G hardwire kit, which lets you insert a SIM card into it to live stream the actual footage of the cameras to your phone, for example. It's extra, of course, you have to pay extra for this, but it's a cool feature if that's something that you're gonna be needing. I won't necessarily need that most of the time unless somebody tries to steal my Hilux, which would make sense. I stay in South Africa and it's like the second most stolen vehicle in my country. However, I haven't gotten that yet. I'm gonna order it, do a very quick review on it, probably a short or something like that. So subscribe for more. And by the way, we just reached 100,000 subscribers on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, it would be pretty cool if you get value from these videos to be part of the We Do Tech family. There's also an app for this camera, so you can scroll through all of your footage and you can download it up to 40 megabits per second using the built-in 5G Wi-Fi 6 connection. This is also where you'll be able to stream and monitor the live feed via your 4G kit if you'd like to. The app isn't the only interface you have, by the way. There's also a screen on the dashcam that you can navigate with the 4 little buttons right underneath it. Now, the voice controls is actually a pretty cool thing. A hand-free experience for emergency situations. Say your hands are full and you need to record something, or you're upside down. One moment you're on the road looking at the scenery, and the next moment you're in the scenery looking at the road. Things happen, we don't control everything, and you'd like to say, "Hey camera, please record the situation." I think it's a pretty great feature to have. I replaced my old one with the new one. I just love the fact that I now have internal recording as well. Just say, for example, I have a cool chat with like a business partner and I want to capture the agreement we made. Well, there you have it. Signed contract. You promised me a gold mine and I promised you, like, I'll take it. This is a great upgrade from the previous version. The only downside about this camera is the fact that it doesn't include the hardwire kit. I would have really appreciated it if they included it in the box. Most of us don't want a bunch of cables hanging around in our cars. We want it professionally installed, especially when we go to the premium level that these cameras offer. Now, as you know, I am in contact with 70mi. I gave them some advice. They gave me a discount code, so you're welcome to go into the link down below. I think the price is going to be $279 for the first while, so pick it up if you're looking for a good deal. If you don't want to pick it up at a good deal, you're welcome to just go and search for it elsewhere, I guess. As long as you know that this is a camera that I don't necessarily endorse because I'm getting money for a review. I have this camera inside of my car and I genuinely think it is a good buy. I think be smart about whatever product you buy. As we usually said, we do tech, we spend the money, sometimes waste it, so you don't have to. In this situation, I spent the money, I didn't waste it. You can look at the footage for yourself. The fact that you get a 512 gigabytes card with the kit is so cool. I think it's only a sign-up bonus though, so have a look at the kit that you're gonna be getting. And if you want to invest a little bit extra money into that hardwire kit, it's gonna be worth it. Anyways, that's my story here from Where to Tech. This is Stefan out. I'll see you in the next one. Like I said just now, sometimes I spend the money and waste it so you don't have to. Remember to like and subscribe. Cheerios, bye.